Hello, YouTubers. This is Thumbie38 coming back from a long slumber. This is a review of the Midway Defender 48 anniversary from Arcade1up. I'm gonna do my best to explain what I like from this machine and what I don't like. Let's take a look at the size. The art is fine. It's pretty decent. It resembles very nicely the arcade. The cabinet is the standard fare of. It's basically the Midway Mortal Kombat that they rehash and made the Defender the main game. Thing that I didn't know when I bought it. I learned that later. But here we go. That's a illuminated marquee. And another thing that I noticed later was that it has exactly the same layout as that machine that I just referred. The Mortal Kombat edition. I don't know, I guess it's Mortal Kombat 2. So those are some negatives that I immediately noticed after I basically pay. But I say, well, I could still modify it and make it better. And what I could tell you, this is not the layout of Defender. It has all the buttons. You got your hyperspace, reverse, thrust, smart bomb, obviously. Everything better than the Rampage that it was super uncomfortable to play because it was like a second thought on that version. It was basically Rampage more than any kind of Defender. But let's go into something more simple. In order to, let me go back to the menu. There you go. So the menu, simple. Just navigate, highlight the game that you want, and then press player one in order to play the game. Nothing fancy about it. It's pretty snappy. It reacts very nicely, and that's a positive. So let's play. Everything reacts quickly. So what about the games? It comes with 12 games. That's a plus. Instead of just one game or two like some other editions of Arcade1up. Comes with 12 games. Unfortunately, that's a negative. I think it's the same lineup of the Mortal Kombat. They just put Defender on as a more highlighted version of this cabinet, which also okay, whatever. That's how they play it. And let's see the games. The emulation of the game is pretty good. I will say I haven't noticed any flaws or anything. And you could see that everything is well done, and mostly in terms of the emulation quality is good. I don't have any complaints about that. Then you have settings for each game, including scan lines and the difficulty. And you could save and exit and reset to default, reset high scores. That's a pretty good option for all games. And any game that you selected will have that option if you press player one. No, I mean the red button, sorry. That's Rampage options. Basically the same. All games are like that. So in terms of that, it's pretty good. I will say that all these games were rehashed from other versions, and they missed the opportunity, big opportunity of adding Stargate. I don't know if it was a license issue or not, but adding Stargate makes a lot of sense into this machine. It will You will have them both together in one cabinet, unless they're coming with the idea of bringing Stargate as a standalone one and then Defender 2 as the second game, whatever. We will see on that in the future. The build quality is nice. It's not. I don't have any complaints. The riser just standard fare, but it has the Defender logo. I don't know why they should put it on the front. I don't know. It's all good. And the artwork, like I mentioned in the beginning, is pretty nice. I hate that 40th anniversary, but I guess it makes sense on this case. On the back of the arcade, you could tell it's a standard fare, nothing fancy or change that I noticed. And if you notice, I have one ball top on the left joystick and the standard bat top for the joysticks. I will explain that why I have it that way, and it's related how the game plays. But let's take a look at the buttons. The buttons are basically they feel a little bit like less sturdy. They don't feel exactly like an arcade button, but don't misunderstand me. They still play fine. It's just, sorry, I have to go back to the menu. They just feel a little bit sturdy than arcade buttons, but I guess that's fine. And this front here, you see at the bottom there should be, they left it empty, and they should put some on the original machine. You should have some artwork right there. They just left it empty, which I found odd. I don't know why they did that. It was just a little bit more of art, but whatever. That's something that could get fixed with some printing, you know what I mean. And one thing that I noticed, if you don't touch any of the buttons and start playing, the game moves on to the next game on the list. Like I'm doing right now, I didn't play Defender, so I move on to Mortal Kombat 2, which is not, the machine is like, hey, you're not touching me, so let's do something and move on and do some attract mode. That's what I think it is, the idea behind it. So how it plays? It plays great, except for Defender. Most of the games plays great, but except for Defender, Mortal Kombat games are probably the best on this machine, because look at the layout. It's Mortal Kombat layout. What do you expect? It will work better. But that was the decision of whoever put this together. So another thing regarding that is that when you're playing Defender is a game really about the controllers. This barely does it, man. I'm an ex-champion of Defender, just to do high scores of millions, and now I'm getting a hard time trying to pass 50,000 because the controllers are not defender friendly. Let's put it that way. They're not defender friendly, and that's why I put the ball top on the side, because the bat top, this shape here, doesn't feel that natural. But with the ball, that the original game has a ball as the ball top on the joystick, it feels better. You see, back again to the controller, the reverse is too far from your thumb. That's you play defender and you get some experience. That's how you reverse real quick. It's too far. The hyperspace not there. It's right here in the middle, which I don't think anyone uses hyperspace, but just to keep the authenticity of the arcade, it's right here. It should be right there. And and the thrust will be right here. It's definitely not tailored completely as a defender machine, but that's something that, like I said, it could get fixed with more investing of money. I'm talking about money. How much this machine costs? $450. Incredible that I pay that much for this, but Defender is my old greatest game, one of my favorite arcade games, so I went for it, thinking that I was going to get closer to the arcade, and it's closer to the arcade, don't get me wrong, but it needs tweaking. If you are into Defender, I will assure you that you will tweak this machine and make some changes for your Defender cravings. Let's put it that way. Your Defender's craving will not get fully fulfilled. It probably make them worse. So let's play a little bit. I'm gonna pause the video to put this thing in a better place for me to record. Okay, so I adjusted my cell phone / camera to play some Defender. So the idea of the ball top is just you got a better grip than with the... Oh, what happened? That's new. Okay, let's start over. Never got that before. I was being thrown back to... Oh. Okay. I guess I have an issue. Let me start over one more time. Okay, that works. The games look... Ah, man, I suck. Look at that. So, can you see I'm getting an issue? It's throwing me back to the menu when it's not supposed to. Oh, I found the issue. Sorry. It was the stand of the cell phone. It was the stand of the cell phone. Pressing the player 2, forcing the machine to exit. And it's hard to play and watch out for the cell phone not to fall. But I'm really happy about the emulation. It's great. Looks and behave like the original, or very close. The sounds are great. In that particular way, I'm really happy about it. Oops, I killed that humanoid. See, I could rescue that one. Ah, too late. So maybe I need more practice with this new kind of layout. But basically a defender game is it's all about the controller, and I miss that. So I'm not even bothered to. I'm not going even to bother with the other games because, well, I will with. I will with Joust. So it's easy to get out. You just press one player, one and second player at the same time, and it throws you back to the menu. As a Williams fan, I love all the games from Williams, and this is no exception. Joust is a great game, no matter how you slice it, and looks great and plays great. This is just one button and joystick, so this one I don't have any issues with the controller because it's only one button, so that's easier to replicate. But again, the ball top feels better than a bad top, and I don't know if my accent lets you hear the right pronunciation, but here we go. I love and hate Joust. It's so cool and difficult at the same time. They killed me again, bastard. So that's my review of the Arcade1up Midway Defender 48th anniversary. I really like the sounds and how it looks. Simple game that is hard to master. But I don't know if this is the one that allows you the bug to kill the pterodactyl and score millions of points, rack up. I will find out later. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Zombie 38 out. Collecting eggs. Bye bye.